Welcome back everyone. We're here at Road Rage Performance at Leon's place. We're going to use his dyno today. We're here also with Anis and Paulius as well, who's a tuner, with HP Tuners. So we're going to use HP Tuner software on the Datsun, but we're going to see what it does with this Golf R today. We've got their Golf R Mark 7.5. It's got a few bolt-ons. What bits has it got on it, Anis?
Yeah, so it's got a few different parts. It's got a whole bunch of things from Forge. So it's got an intake, intercooler, diverter valve, catch can, and a big brake kit as well. It's got a Garrett PowerMax hybrid turbo, right, and a Viz high pressure fuel pump. So that's kind of it for the power. Yeah. And then it's also got Bilstein springs, Nankang tires as well. So with that, so a stock, you know, even for a stock car, having those bits on, it's going to make, we're expecting it's going to make a bit more power on this dyno than it should do at factory. So what we're going to do is dyno this car as it stands at the moment. It's had no tuning. It's had a few bolt-ons. We're going to dyno it, see what the results are, have a quick look at it, look at the tune, and then we're going to map it using the HP Tuner software, and we're going to up the boost and do all the other things that Paulius is going to show us and the usability of the software, because it's dead user friendly. We're going to put a tune on it and see what we're going to make thereafter. There we go, have a look at this. So, with all that noise and action, actually, which you would have seen in the video, it's pretty cool. So this is the stock tune with all the bits bolted on, high pressure fuel pump, intake, for all the stuff's from Forge. Thank you very much, Forge. So it's making 370 horsepower. That's, give or take, that's what we expect, isn't it? Yeah, considering it's not been mapped at all, generally when you put parts on, you want to map it so that they're all working together, talking to each other, the power's more progressive, all that kind of thing. So yeah, I guess this is kind of what you'd expect to see just from slapping parts on. Yeah,
throwing parts at it. So we've got, there's you know, there's some performance stuff on there. That is roughly what we'd expect to make with the power. Now, we're going to tune it, and then we're going to go for a drive and see, well, we reckon 450, 480, something like that horsepower. The standard Golf, we haven't videoed a stock drive, we haven't videoed a drive in it at stock power level. The standard Golf R is a quick car, they're not super interesting, but hopefully with these bits bolted on and the HP Tuner software, it's going to wake it right up. So let's tune it, get it dynoed again, and then go out for a drive. Right, so we've plugged the computer in, and we've got the tool in the car. What's the next step? So you're loading the software up at the moment. What's the next step if you know?
So it all depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to do diagnostics and data logging, there's no charge involved. You only pay for the hardware that you buy from the website or use your coupon code on your Instagram.
We've done our basic checks, and now we're into tuning the car, which is what everyone wants to see, right? So how do we make this faster? Yeah.
So before doing anything else to your vehicle, you should have a backup file. So the first thing you need to do is actually read the vehicle out. Yeah, and then we apply the changes and try to make more power.
Right, okay.
As that's what you're interested in.
That's all I'm interested in, yeah. So we've checked to make sure there's no fault codes, the car's healthy. Check the oil and water as well. Obviously you want your basics covered. And now we're into a situation where we want to tune the car. How do we go faster? What's the next step?
Right, so what I would advise when you're starting out is make small incremental changes to your file and data log the vehicle at the same time to make sure if something goes wrong, you can revert back to the previous file that you have. And once you are finished, you can have multiple maps for your vehicle for economy, power, and
I was going to ask that actually. So if you know, you said about having multiple maps. So if you could be on the track day, you know, and have the best out of the car on a Saturday and then tune it again for the Monday, but you can do that a number of times, can you?
Yeah. So you only have to license the vehicle's VIN number once. Okay. And then you can flash that same vehicle as many times as you like, multiple times, and have multiple maps. Right. There's no more payments to required from you.
So it's just assigned to that car, and then you can play with it as much as you like.
Yes.
That sounds easy. And now we're ready to run it on the dyno and make some changes. See if it makes some more power. Watch this. basically, it's had its run. It's had a dyno. We've tuned it. We've tweaked it a little bit. Oh, well, I haven't, obviously, but I've had a look at what's going on, and we've seen a significant improvement in power. And do you want to talk us through a little bit about? Obviously, we know what mods are on it, but it's had a tune now, and it's making some more power.
Yeah. So now that everything is working cohesively together, you can see it's making 488 horsepower, just under 600 newton meters of torque. What's that, like 100 plus? Yeah, 100 plus brake horsepower just from mapping it.
Yeah. So that's proof that all the parts that were fitted, like it's basically helping everything to work together now.
Yeah.
So with the bolt-ons that it's had, having the tune has helped everything work cohesively. Good word for this time of the afternoon. And it's all working. It's working a lot better. And 488 horsepower. Let's remember, in a hatchback car, it's going to be blistering. It's going to be really quick, and I'm looking forward to going out for a drive. So me and Paul are going to go and do that right now. Got some heat in now. I was 50-50 between getting one of these, another one of these. I've had one of these already.
Which way?
And another car. I'll take it right here. So the car was on a stock tune. Yes. Then we've tuned it, and now we're going to go for a drive. Made 488 horsepower, which 20 years ago, 488 horsepower in a hatchback car was like unheard of.
Insane, yeah.
I mean, crazy stuff. So a few basic mods, and I've got to mention, it was dead easy to do. If you're looking at using HP Tuner software, it's so user-friendly. Yeah, take it right there. It's so user-friendly. You can dip in and out and chop and change things really quickly, and then just hop back in and drive the car again. So now we're going to feel. I've never been in a 480 horsepower Golf R, so we'll find out on this damp road. On this damp road, what this four-wheel drive is like.
Yeah, it's slipping. The back end's going.
Wow. Yeah.
But I am not local.
There's a bit of a stretch up here, and then. They feel. I tell you one thing. They feel. So this has got a hybrid turbo on it, isn't it?
No, it's a bolt-on turbo.
Oh, it's a bolt-on Garrett
Powerflex.
Powerflex turbo. So the power delivery is very linear. It doesn't feel very spiky. Like there's not a.
Yeah, there's less lag. There's less turbo lag, but.
Yeah, it feels very sort of linear. There's another stretch up there.
Those off.
It sounds great. It sounds really good.
Where are we going?
If you go straight up here, there's another little stretch of road, and then we'll go up the roundabout and come back.
The back end just went.
I can feel it, and the front is fighting a little bit. It's got performance tyres on it, I presume. It is so seamless. Jeez. No wonder they're so good for track days. It picks up so quickly, and there's no drama either. I mean, they're almost. Part of the reason I got rid of mine was because there wasn't any drama. It was so efficient at delivering power, and it wasn't as quick as this. This is very lively.
Did you upgrade your brakes?
It had stock. No, it had yellow stuff pads and stock size discs. So you know they were stockish brakes, but after they had a stock turbo. An aftermarket exhaust.
This one has a forged front brake discs and pads.
Yeah, I did see that on the dyno actually, and a forged intercooler, forged divert valve. And
we took the car to do a video shoot, and we ran out of brakes.
Ah, right.
And the pedal went all soft.
Yeah, I can imagine. So Forge stepped in, and here we go. The gear change is instant.
Up really fast, and then it's seamlessly going up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In a lot of modified cars, quite often when it's making more power, quite often, not all the time obviously, you can experience a bit of a like, you have to rev the engine out a lot more to get the best performance out of it, but this picks up very quickly.
It would be nice to see, because I haven't been in a Datsun. Like,
yeah.
When we do come over, it'll be nice to see how it drives.
I think yeah, not as nice as this, I would imagine.
No, but I want to feel.
Oh power. Yeah, I mean it's very. Yeah, it's like, I think the word is like
Straight on,
yeah, it goes straight on. It's a bit of a handful, the Datsun. But this does, I wouldn't feel comfortable accelerating on this surface in a rear-wheel drive car with such confidence.
Oh, jeez. I went into manual.
That is
It's a nice bit of road.
Yeah, it's nice and smooth. It's good for testing. We're within the legal limits anyway, so it is. Hey, we got a heat as well, didn't we?
Yes.
They're all standing around freezing cold at the workshop.
We're doing this again? Or,
No, we can go in now. That
left,
is,
yeah?
yeah. That is plenty, and that is what a little bullet of a car. You know, I mean, a few simple mods and a bit of a tune, and it feels like a genuine performance car, not just a bit of a sporty hatchback.
It's not as complicated as people pursue.
That is what is so surprising about it. It's like it's intercooler, fuel pump, diverter valve, intake, and a tune, and that's all stuff that you can do at home. You know, if you've got the right tools and you Google it or have a bit of a read up. It's all at home.
Yeah.
You know, stuff you can do at home.
That's why we're going for, to basically give everybody the chance to learn and experience what can be done with the car.
And it's and with the HP Tuner software, it's up to the user how involved they want to
Yes.
get. I suppose, you know, it doesn't have to be really complicated.
It's not rocket science.
No.
But you just have to be very careful and
Be sensible.
be sensible, as
Yeah.
we discussed before.
I think it's worth pointing out that this car is only, from what I gather, I think the boost pressure was 1.8 bar.
1.8 bar, yeah.
So there is still some left on the table in terms of its tuning capability, and my perspective is ample for a road car that actually only has aftermarket springs and a few other bits. It's perfectly usable every day. So there we have it. Nice and warm in here. Good performance.
You don't
car.
want to leave
I
now,
want
do
to
you?
get out. Can we just sit in here? We'll get someone to bring some lunch over, maybe.
Yeah, they're looking over, so.
Yeah. Can you keep fit outside? Yes, you can. When it's 1.5 degrees and I'm freezing my bits off. But more to the point, can you do a stage 3 on your own car on your driveway? Turns out you can. I tuned it myself with user-friendly software by HP Tuners. You can go on their website and buy the software that we've used today to tune this car. Just use the word Motor Addicts and you get 5% off that order. This car had a few bolt-on bits and now it's making 488 horsepower, all stuff you can do at home. So if you like what we saw today, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell where you can. I'm gonna get a jacket on.
Unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to know me then, she like me now, that's funny timing. Eyes been on that prize, I copped that cribbo for that timepiece.